Greetings from Oberon! We are messy. My life is like a fart. A giant abrupt blast of hot air, and then it's full of shit particles afterwards. No, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's over, actually. Everyone's opened gifts. They're all excited, sitting out there, messing with them. And so I decided to come hit it with you guys. This will probably be the last video of 2014, unless I legitimately get my video up of Shy Guy. To get all of my footage compiled together. I'm still working on that, by the way. My goal is to put this video out for the last one of the year. Tell you guys that it was, a good year, great Christmas. I'm actually home, doing well. Sorry, I dropped Icky on my bed, or I'd be making eye contact. Definitely better than last year. I spent last year in the ER. No, correction. I spent Christmas Eve in the ER because my heart rate picked up. Started beating over 160. And freaked all my mom and my doctors out. So they did an x-ray, or no, they did a CAT scan. They did a CAT scan. Saw that I had a couple of blood clots in my legs, and, well, one in my leg that was causing the issue. And then later on, Christmas Day, ew, I got an Iggy on my finger. There it is. I was supposed to get out Christmas Day, like the day after Christmas. But I ended up having severe chest pain. I forgot my oxygen at home. And so riding back was difficult because they told me, oh, just put your oxygen on. If your chest starts to hurt, it's okay. It's just the blood clot circulating, you know, work it through. Didn't bring my oxygen. I forgot like a stupid. And so it started to hurt. I got shortness of breath, my anxiety kicked in, and I ended up back in the ER because I seized out. I just had a Q-tip do a backflip out of my drawer, and you missed it. It was freaking amazing. I put something down, and it was just like, right out. But, yeah, so that was a thing. I had 2 blood clots. I don't know why I put that back in there. I'm not done. Oh, yeah, because I got to grind. I had 2 blood clots, and it was causing my heart rate to go up, so they put me on blood thinners last year and sent me home the day after Christmas all drugged up on Dilaudid. Because it was the only way to keep the pain at bay so I could breathe and get home. And they were fine with that because Dilaudid, you know, they gave me just a tiny shot and it wore off in like 4 hours anyways. It put me to sleep long enough to get home and then wore off. But yeah, definitely grateful. This Christmas is a lot better. I'm not in the ER. I'm at home, surrounded by all the stuff that my friends and family have graciously blessed me and my child with. Like, I've got stuff for my practice, stuff to color. My kid is learning how to crochet, so we're going to pick up crocheting. She's got lots of beautiful clothes from her godmother. Like, I got smelly goods for all next year. Ooh, my best friend hooked me up. Nope, not that one. That one's from my child. She hooked me up with all kinds of Victoria's Secret. So I'm totally excited. I'm going to smell like pot and Victoria's Secret next year. Their marijuana, graciously a gift from my grandmother. I bought my own Christmas gift, you guys. It was funny. I was told it was, you know, supposed to be a Christmas gift for someone else. And it came to me. And it smelled great. So, I'm excited. I got a blankie that's got arms in it and a pocket for movie night. Like, I'm totally excited, you guys. It's been a really good year. Like, I know 2020 was bad for a lot of people and for a lot of reasons. With especially the quarantine and stuff. When I first started posting these, I was actually in the hospital on, believe it or not, it was on April Fool's Day. And I was being tested for quarantine because they thought my fever that I'd spiked then was from COVID. Because all of my other tox screens, and not tox screens, but all my other test results came back negative. I didn't have a cold or like strep or anything. I just spiked a fever suddenly. Which, as I explained in other episodes, and if I haven't posted them yet, was caused by the carboplatin. Which is why I'm no longer taking that chemo. So, now that we are in Christmas and getting ready for 2021, I just wanted to put this out there that I was very happy for this year. Because this year, okay, it was a bad year for the world. The COVID, the riots, the presidential election. It's been drama. Okay? But for me and my family, it's been on the down low. Like, compared to 2018, when the universe tried to kill me, and last year, when I had to go through radiation a second time, not to mention the loss of some very close family members, and, you know, all the drama that went on with my ex last time I tried to have a relationship. And so this year being what it was for us was fantastic. Like, it started off good. I went to a snake convention with one of my best friends. She took me and my daughter. And then after the little after the quarantine is when I got my bong. My very first one. I was so excited. She's beautiful. I love her. And they were having a sale. So I got my second bong. I don't want to get up and get her. I've already broke the bowl. And I have to have, like, a specific one to replace it. I don't want to pick her up and risk breaking her because I got her for $5. She was on sale because I bought this one for full price. And then I got a black one that I ended up gifting to a friend of mine. It looked like a coffee mug because it had a handle. And then it was all black like a vase on the outside. It was a real small bowl, though, real tiny metal bowl. And I couldn't smoke in the metal because after chemo, everything on metal tastes like ass. So I gave it to a friend of mine here in town because she was like, I could smoke out of it. I don't mind. And I was like, cool, happy birthday. And she was like, great, thanks. So, it was a pretty decent year so far. And then I got quarantined. We got quarantined April 4/20. Oh yeah, because I just got the bong and I got to break it in every day, all month long. Yep, all three of them. I smoked out of the black one only once though. Like I said, it tastes like ass. But I broke in this one and the green one pretty hardcore all through April. And then after that, we just stayed home. Like, we went out 4th of July because we had to get our teeth cleaned. And that was a fun little camping experience out at a lake with some fireworks and stuff. Violet's first time camping. So that was exciting. Stayed home. started the blog, put out what I could on the YouTubes. So I was actually pretty proud of myself. I managed to get on YouTube. Like, I'm actually putting myself out there in these videos for who knows why. I guess for something to do, maybe, so I don't go crazy. I told you all I wanted to show you what life living with cancer is like, but I'm not really living right now. Being in quarantine, all you've seen is my disgusting bedroom. And me, unshaved and uncut. Like, I want next year to be different. I want to spend the rest of this month, which is only the next couple of weeks, like the next week, cleaning my room and actually having it fucking put together by New Year. Because then I can get myself put back together and start doing this YouTube thing a bit more regularly. So that way you guys can see what I actually am doing. Because I'm going to start changing a lot next year. I want to change my diet to mainly fish and chicken. And then just vegetables. Maybe the occasional beef because, you know, I love steak. But more vegetarian with just chicken and fish for protein. And I'm going to get my freaking room clean because I'm going to start doing meditation every once in a while as a video. Like, I want to get up in the morning and do morning meditation with you guys. Because some of my friends are desperate. They're like, we don't understand how to get started. Could you just, like, show us what you do? And all I did was download this one app that sounded interesting. And I told you guys this. And meditating with it, with the chakra one, is how I managed to turn my life around and feel like I had hit enlightenment and shit. Like I told you guys this. And I want morning meditation to be a thing with you guys so that way the people that want to learn, my friends, can tune in on my channel. Or I was actually told to do something else for live video streaming first because YouTube won't let me. But I will do them on there. It is called Streamlabs. A friend of mine, Ace of Vegas, does his own channel and told me that is where I can start my live streams before I start doing live videos on YouTube. That way I don't have to have so many subscribers and so many likes and stuff. I can just go and do that, so when I want to sit and color because Vi's at school and Mom's helping the neighbor, you know, get around because they don't have a car either. They have their own health problems where they're not supposed to drive. And so she gives them a ride to the grocery store, and sometimes I'm home alone because I just don't feel like being out. You know, people are sick right now. I'm just going to chill at home. And so then I could, you know, drop an edible because edibles tend to make me feel more vivid lately. And I can sit with you guys live in color. Sit my camera up. That's where I was getting with that point. Sit my camera up so you guys can see what I'm working on while I'm coloring. Because sometimes I like to, like, put a poll out there. Which picture should I color? Like, give me color ideas. I'm used to having my sister with me all the time when I color, because I started coloring when I lived in Thornton in the apartments that were right next to hers. And she would help me pick colors for certain areas, help me pick pictures. If I was depressed, she'd give me a sativa and something to giggle at to change my mood, so that way I could color prettier. Like, most of my best artwork is when I'm coloring stoned with my sister. Because something about the energy that we give off when we color helps each other out so much. It's just like Zen for a moment. Because we just sit there with the music, and occasionally we'll look up at each other's work and be like, that's nice. I like where you're going with that, or ooh, maybe you should put this color there and go for that. Or I don't really like that composition. Well, I don't either. We'll see if it changes, and if not, we'll just pick another picture. Like, I don't know, it's just something we enjoy doing together. And I miss it a lot. I try to do it with my mom and my kid, but my kid's got a short attention span. And my mom, after a while, she gets called off to do something else, and so she can't always finish what she starts coloring. But I want those live videos to be a thing too. Because I can do other things than color. Like if I'm having a hard morning, wake up on a live stream, maybe see if there's someone out there, do my makeup. Just sit and talk while I do my makeup. Sit and talk while I hold Shy Guy. Sit and talk while I just sit here and smoke a bowl and watch Snake Discovery. Like, I want to get this channel going, guys. I've been trying to get on the alkpositive.org website that I still need to put in the description and on my bio. That way I can have them, you know, legitimately on here. That way you know where to go to make donations, and it looks a bit more professional when someone's actually working with you. I don't know exactly what's going to happen from this channel, but I have lots of ideas. I talked about the Patreon thing in the last video I was going to post. I figured out how to edit that too finally, so it should be up. I might clip it in this one to talk about what I needed to right there. But because I just remembered I have another video saved on my phone. By the way, if my doctors are watching this, I will tell you I legitimately smoke at least 2 bowls a day. 1 in the morning to help me get up and active so I can get my daughter to school. And then 1 in the afternoon to help me get that extra kick around 2 o'clock to keep going. But I drop edibles pretty much the rest of the time. That way it's a slow into it. I'm not smoking because that's still damaging my lungs. And yes, I can hear my doctors now. So, truth be told, I do smoke 2 bowls a day. Not always. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But I love my bong. So much. More than I should, probably. But hopefully this channel will become a thing. My ideas for Patreon may or may not work, because it's like, all it would be doing is giving us gas money and money to get into places. That way I can be like, look guys, you guys sent us on an adventure to freaking Pueblo Zoo. Or we took a drive out to the Garden City Zoo because someone donated $50 and a gas card so we could go out there. And now I can make a video of us around the zoo. You know, just to watch us live life. But I don't know. I might try to get something legit for making money instead of doing Patreon. Because I don't like asking people for money. It sounds weird to me. Because I'm not trying to... I'm not trying to do anything with animals for, like, getting donations for wildlife. I'm not working with children unless you count, you know, interacting with my child. But that's just called being a mom. I think maybe I'm trying to educate you on what cancer could look like. Like, because mine did not show up naturally. it started off real big in my ovaries and affecting my tailbone. They thought it was an ovarian cancer that metastasized into my sacrum. Not a lung cancer. They were all shocked to hell when they pulled that giant tumor out of me and it said it was a lung cancer. He was like, I don't understand why the biopsies the first time didn't say that. It was so specific. Down to the ALK positive part. But, yeah, they thought it was an ovarian cancer at first because of how it presented itself. Education would be interesting because, I mean, that's technically what I'm trying to do. If I could get my freaking camera into chemo, I'm going to just take it next time. And I'm going to be like, lady, I brought it. Go up, bring him over here now so I can ask to make sure I'm not violating HIPAA. And if they say it's okay, I'm going to record what they do to access my port. And, like, just the process of me sitting there for the 15 minutes getting the chemo. I probably won't do the whole hour because I have to wait for my blood results and stuff. But you'll definitely see her access my port next time. The whole process. Like, including when I put the cream on in the morning, I'll make sure to start the vlog so that way you can see what happens the morning of chemo. Because I have to make sure that I take my meds. I have to make sure that I put the cream on there because if I don't numb it, it hurts. I don't flinch, but it hurts. And I have to remember to do that at least 30 minutes beforehand. That way it's numb when I get in there on the top. And you can watch, not the registration and the check-in part, because I figure everybody knows that happens because you all have to go through it. But once she gets everything, like my blood pressure and stuff situated, I'll get the camera going on my phone so you guys can watch how they stab me. It used to freak people out because if they miss, I could seize out, but Miss Lady at the infusion center does pretty good about not missing. She's the only one that can actually hit it every single time, pretty much. She's missed, I think, a grand total of like 3 times. The other lady does pretty good as well, but we have had a couple of moments where we missed. Like, I don't know where we misconnected, but I did end up having a seizure with her. And so, it happens. It used to freak my kid out, but now that I don't seize out as much, because I used to have a seizure almost every single time, because everybody would miss except Miss Lady at the infusion center. And I actually had to have her come in recently to watch her stab me again, so that way she could see it doesn't affect me like that anymore. Because they had to access it 2 days after they put it in because I had the infection in my lower back that was making me sick really bad. Which I've also told you about. So, I can talk through how chemo, I've already kind of talked through how chemo affects me the days after, to the point where you're probably getting tired of hearing it. But I could actually start recording so you can physically see it. So you can start telling the difference between me right now. This is like 2 or 3 weeks into chemo and I'm up and I'm active. I'm doing things. I'm focused in on you. I'm trying to keep track of my conversation, but I'm high, so it's a little hard. Versus right after chemo when I'm just going to be like, whatever, man. I'm tired. And you can tell the personality changes a bit more, especially when we start walking again. Ooh, and I got a bicycle. Oh my god, I got a bicycle. So, we're going to start going on a GoPro. I have it. It doesn't have any sound, so I'll start probably putting music if I use it. But that way you can see where we walk around the park when it gets a little bit warmer. It snowed, so it was kind of icy for a little while, but it's been pretty warm, so we might actually start again. We don't for the weekend, but Monday probably. And you'll be able to see how we go around the park, so you can see a little bit of, I guess, my town. And you'll be able to tell the difference because we don't walk after chemo either. Take you on a bike ride once the youngin's back in school. Because we're going to go get my mom one, hopefully soon. And me and her are going to try and get around. They have this loop around town that they make for the people who want to walk it, the trail. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like 6 miles. And she wants to bike that whole thing at some point. Like, I have a cruiser now. I had a city bike. I had a mountain bike when I was a kid because I was all over that country, man. But I got the city bike when I was living here in town with my grandma to get to the college and around town then. But they're all too tall. So Santa brought me a cruiser, and it's lime green, and it's got a basket and a backpack rack and a phone spot and a water bottle slot, and it's so adorable. And it's got that big wide seat, so my big wide ass can fit on it without flopping over the edges like biscuit dough. No, I'm not that flabby. I'm not that bad. But you get the idea. I'm sick. I'm so excited for next year, you guys. I can't wait to start cleaning. Like, we had such a good year. That's where I was going with this. Like, being in quarantine was the best thing we could have done. It drove us a little stir crazy being around the same people all the time, but we managed very well. And we made it through this year. I have a journal, you guys. It's Disney characters. It's actually a planner, but I'm going to use everyday slot starting on the 1st to write a bit about my day. That way I can start remembering how my days are. I want my desk cleaned off so I can start writing my book again too. Because I have a bachelor's in psychology, but I want a master's in creative writing. So, I'm going to try and work on that maybe. See if I can't apply online, get some scholarships. Give me something to do with my time. If I can't get a job, you know? I'm totally excited for next year. I made it another year. Just scratch that. I had a great year the year everyone else had a bad one. That is my life. When I am having a great time, the time of my life, and I am happy and the universe is like, this is going to work out for you, everyone else's life is going to hell. I think it's the sadist in me. Alright, I gotta stop talking, you guys. I got family that wants me to go visit with them. I need a shower so I can get my Christmas pajamas on like everyone else and go snuggle in my new blankies. So, I'm gonna pull this up onto my phone. I'm gonna edit it a little bit on this app that I found. And then I'm gonna post it. All right now, today. And I'm not going to be lying to myself about it. Go fall in love with something else in your life today. I love you guys. Bye.